Think about this moment. You are in a job interview, your first English class, or maybe you just moved to a new country and met a neighbor. They look at you and ask that one famous question. So, tell me about yourself. What happens next? Most beginners know plenty of words, but suddenly their mind goes completely blank. You stutter, you get nervous, and you feel like you've forgotten everything. Does that sound familiar? In this video, I'm going to give you a simple 5-step structure specifically designed for A1 and A2 learners. We aren't going to use complex grammar that makes you trip over your tongue. Instead, I'll give you ready-to-use sentence models that will boost your confidence in just 20 minutes. You don't need perfect English to sound professional. You just need a solid structure. By the end of this video, you will have your own ready-to-use answer that you can use anywhere. Let's get started. Why is "tell me about yourself" so difficult? It sounds like a simple request, but it's actually very open-ended. Because there is no specific question, your brain tries to think of everything at once. The struggle usually comes from 3 things. The fear of mistakes. You worry about tenses, so you say nothing. Mental translation. You think of a complex thought in your native language and try to translate it, which creates long, awkward silences. Lack of organization. Your speech becomes chaotic, jumping from your age to your dog, then back to your job. The difference between a confident speaker and a nervous one isn't just vocabulary size, it's how they organize their ideas. If you have a plan, the fear disappears. So, instead of trying to be creative or clever in a second language, we are going to follow a simple, proven formula. Stop guessing what to say next, and let's look at the Lego method. I want you to imagine that speaking English is like building with Lego blocks. You don't need to create a masterpiece all at once. You just need to snap 5 specific blocks together in the right order. These 5 blocks are name and basic info, where you're from, what you do, work/study, hobbies and interests, goals and future plans. Why does this specific order work? Because it moves from the most automatic facts to the more personal details. This reduces your stress because the first 30 seconds of your speech are planned. You don't have to think, you just execute. Remember, clarity is much more important than complexity. It is better to say 10 short, clear sentences than one long, confusing one. Let's break down block number 1. This is the easiest part, but don't rush it. This is where you set your speaking rhythm. You have 2 main models here. Informal. Hi, I'm formal. My name is. If you want to add your age, keep it simple. I'm 25 or I am 25 years old. Avoid the common mistake. I have 25 years. In English, we are our age. We don't have it. You can also mention your nationality here. I'm Brazilian or I'm Japanese. Keep it natural and short. You don't need to tell your whole life story in the first sentence. Just give the listener the basics so they know who they are talking to. Pro tip: speak this part slightly slower than usual. It shows you are in control. Next, we talk about your location. There's a small but important difference between from and live. I'm from refers to your origin, where you were born. I live in refers to where you are right now. To make this block sound more native, add one small detail about the place. I'm from Italy. It's a beautiful country. I live in Berlin. It's a very big and busy city. I live in a small town near the mountains. See what happened? By adding just 3 or 4 extra words, you turned a boring fact into a conversation. It shows you can describe things, which is a key skill for the A2 level. Keep it simple, but give the listener a mental picture of your home. This is often the longest part of your introduction. Whether you work or study, the grammar stays simple. We use present simple. Common models. I work as a, I'm a, I'm a student, I study, subject at university. Now, let's add some flavor. Don't just say your job, say how you feel about it. Use one or two opinions like, I like my job because it's interesting, or it's challenging but very exciting. Watch out for these two beginner traps. Don't say, I am work. Say, I work, or I'm a worker. Don't say, I very like my job. Say, I like my job very much, or I really like my job. Your mini structure for this block: job/study title, company/place name. One thing you do there, one reason you like it. Example, I'm a nurse. I work in a big hospital. I help people every day. I really love my career. This is where you become a person, not just a student or an employee. This part makes people want to talk to you. Use phrases like, I like, I enjoy, or in my free time, I. The secret to sounding more advanced here is using connectors. Instead of saying, I like football, I like cooking, I like movies, try using and, also, and because. Example. I enjoy hiking and I also like cooking because it's relaxing. Suddenly your English sounds connected and fluid. You don't need fancy words. You just need to glue your simple ideas together. Don't be afraid to show emotion. If you love something, say, I love, instead of, I like. It makes your tone more natural and engaging for the listener. Most beginners forget this part, but it's the most important for sounding mature and confident. It shows you have a purpose. Use these simple models. I'm learning English because in the future, I would like to. Even if your goal is small, say it. I'm learning English because I want to travel to London. In the future, I would like to work for an international company. This block adds depth to your answer. It moves the conversation from the present to the future. It's a great way to end your introduction because it often invites the other person to ask you a follow-up question about your dreams. Keep your future forms simple. I want to is perfectly fine for A1 and A2 learners. Now let's look at the big picture. When you put these 5 blocks together, you should have about 6 to 10 sentences. This usually takes between 45 and 90 seconds to say, which is the Goldilocks zone. Not too short, not too long. To make it smooth, use your linking words. And, but so, also. I live in Madrid, but I'm originally from a small village. I'm a teacher, so I talk to many people every day. The golden rule. Don't be afraid of pauses. A short pause between blocks is better than saying, It gives you time to breathe and gives the listener time to understand. I suggest you write your introduction down first. See how it looks on paper, then read it aloud. Don't worry about being a perfect speaker. Focus on the rhythm. If you can move from block 1 to block 5 without stopping for a long time, you have already won. Before you go and practice, I want to give you some advice that isn't in the textbooks. Speak slowly. Beginners often speak too fast because they are nervous. Slowing down actually makes you sound more confident and professional. Don't apologize. If you make a grammar mistake, don't stop to say, I'm sorry, my English is bad. Just keep going. Most people won't even notice the mistake if you don't point it out. Smile. It sounds silly, but smiling actually changes the tone of your voice and makes you sound more friendly and fluent. Don't be a robot. Don't memorize your script word for word like a machine. Memorize the blocks, not every single comma. Insight. Confidence doesn't come from having a 10,000-word vocabulary. It comes from knowing exactly what you are going to say next. Imperfection is okay. Organization is what matters. Here is your homework to make this real. First, write your 5-block introduction using the models we discussed. Second, read it aloud at least 5 times. Third, and this is the most important step, record yourself on your phone. Listen to the recording. Do you sound clear? Are you speaking too fast? Adjust and try again. Practice this for 5 days in a row. It only takes 60 seconds each time. Challenge yourself to do a 60-second self-intro without looking at your notes. You can even practice in front of a mirror to work on your body language. By the 5th day, this answer will be locked in your brain, and you'll be ready for any real-life situation. You've done a great job today. Remember, you don't need to be an advanced speaker to sound clear and organized. Many people think they need years of study to answer, "Tell me about yourself." But you just proved that isn't true. With these 5 blocks, you have a shield against the blank mind syndrome. Whether you are an A1 or A2 learner, you now have a professional, structured way to introduce yourself to the world. Small daily practices like this lead to massive progress in just a few weeks. Don't wait for perfect English. Start using what you have today. Now, let's see what you've got. Write your own self-introduction, 5 to 7 sentences, in the comments below. Tell me your name, where you're from, and why you are learning English. I will try to read as many as I can. Also, tell me what your current level is, A1, A2, or maybe you're just starting. If you found this structure helpful, make sure to subscribe for more beginner-friendly lessons. Save this video to your practice playlist and come back tomorrow to try the 60-second challenge. In our next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to talk about your daily routine using the same block method. See you there!